Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me, Carl? I know there's a delay normally, isn't there? 10 seconds, I'll turn it off. Hello and a very warm welcome to the BATTS Table Tennis Club in Harlow for the 7th round of matches. Today, BATTS take on Drumchapel from Glasgow, so they've had a long journey. Hopefully, we've got a few international players for you here today. And to introduce those to you, I'll hand you over to Cliff Carter, manager of the BATTS team.
Thank you, Martin, and I think you've got the round wrong again. This is, but don't worry about that. I'll teach you properly for next time. But the most important thing, first of all, I normally forget the umpires, so I'll introduce those first. But thank you very much for coming along again, Lyndon and Eamon, who will be umpiring and looking after the players today. Thank you and welcome. And a very warm welcome, travelling all the way down, possibly from Scotland, but possibly from places a little bit nearer. A big, big welcome to our very good friends from Drumchapel. So we have playing at number 1, Victor, who just can't decide which team he wants to play for, because he plays for Fusion in the VBL. He plays for Drumchapel in this. Not quite sure who he plays for in the JBL. But congratulations, because I believe you won the VBL last week, but playing us today, I'm sorry, you're not going to be winning the SBL. And also congratulations on winning the Southern Masters, which I saw you perform. I hope you don't play anywhere near as well as that today. And then playing at number 2, we have one of the top Paralympians in the country, Aaron McKibbin, who is always welcome to our club. So Aaron, welcome. And then a very big thank you to Christian, who said I can call him Christian when I would have had big trouble pronouncing his Chinese name, although I would have practiced. So welcome to you to BATTS today. And representing BATTS this time, nice to see back at home, his first home match of the season, all the way from sunny Paris, is our very good friend, well, he's not a friend of mine, but he's quite a good player, Alexis Douin. And then only pick for today, because he managed to win 2 at home last time, and the doubles as well. Always great to see Cheyenne back at the club, so Cheyenne Siraj. And if anyone thinks that the guys have come a long way from Scotland, Josh Bennett is fresh from his exploits in Japan, which I won't go into detail about because he's already too big-headed about it. But always welcome to Josh Bennett. And thank you as always to our massive crowd at BATTS that do come along and support us. I just hope you guys really enjoy the game, but we do really appreciate your support. Okay, so thank you everyone, and we look forward to a good match.
Thank you very much, Cliff. We'll be back as soon as they start warming up. Surely. Hello, it's Martin Green back in the commentary box. The players are out warming up, and hopefully you saw the introductions. On table 1, the show table, we have Cheyenne Siraj, the number 2 for BATTS, versus Victor Guangxi, number 1 for Drumchapel, Glasgow. BATTS currently now 3rd in the table, whilst the visitors are propping it up with just 1 draw and 5 losses, so they'll be looking to amend that. The home team start as firm favourites, but have 2 changes from their last outing, as Huaishan Chen, the young Chinese coach, has returned to China, and Chris Duran, I've said he's rested, but I think he might be performing some coaching for the Northamptonshire team after letting the Essex team down last weekend with an alleged broken down car, and had to get towed home. Next time I think we'll take him on the team bus, but that's possibly Brighton. But that's for the future. And we welcome back their star player Alexis Douin from France, and Hollywood film star Josh Bennett, who's just returned from filming in Japan. And I asked him if he's attending the Oscars tomorrow night, but no call has come as yet, so I think you'll have to wait for next year. When the 2 teams met earlier in the season in Scotland, Drumchapel went down 6-1 to the same BATTS lineup as today. Only Victor de Guangxi survives that match. The surprise news is no Ralph and no Chris for BATTS, but here we go. It's Victor serving. Goes into the lead. That first point, the expensive forehand from Cheyenne, misses. 1 love to Drumchapel. They're underway in the far table. Victor goes into the net, 1-1, and on the far table we've got Alexis Douin to the right of your camera versus Aaron Kibben at the left-hand side of the table. Try and nets the backhand. 1-2. That's 2-1 up on table 2. So goes to serve. Goes long, too long. Cheap point for the Glasgow player. The victim's part of the Senior British League Fusion Veterans winning team last weekend. Expansive backhand misses. Both players finding their range, while far table, Alexis Douin is straight into his stride, 5-1 up against McKibben. Great return. Not sure what happened there, but looked like a legit return. And the umpire is discussing where the ball came off of. A long debate going on. Umpire is not clear. He's looking to give the point to Victor. I think Cheyenne thought it didn't come off the correct part of the equipment, but it's been settled. Victor. Oh, I think we're talking about a double hit. That's what it was, and the umpire is saying it was all in the same motion. That's a rule that's changed reasonably recently, where before you weren't allowed any form of double hit. Now you can, as long as the bat's in the same motion. Maybe Victor being a politician there and putting the ball into the bottom. 3-4. Not this time. Huge forehand. Gives him a 5-3 lead. Doing 7-3 up on the far table. Good opener from Siraj there that Victor couldn't return. Ball comes across from the other table, but no let called. Superb forehand, inside out, catching Siraj out. From Victor, he leads 6-4. Well, very quick to get onto that forehand there. The Glasgow player. Siraj just straying along with the serve enough for Victor to get in and play the winner. 4-7. Another of those forehand, very short stroke that puts the ball down the backhand of Siraj before he's moved. 8-4. Come back from the Gibbon on the far table. Great rally going on there at net court, and he's back to parity at 7-all down there. 8-4 here, so Drumchapel be happy with the start. Oh, what superb defence from Victor when he turned it into attack. He was a little too far back, and the ball drifted along. Siraj maybe just getting into his stride. Yeah, another good attacking shot. Too quick there for Victor. 6-8. 9-7 to BATTS down the far end. Big forehand from Siraj brings the apology from him because it did catch the end of the table, but no doubt about it. It was a good shot. Shouldn't be apologising for a good shot. Backhand serve now, 7-8. 3 on the trot. Make that 4 on the trot. 8-9 down the far end to do it. 8-4. Yeah. So often the case when you get back level, maybe you just take your foot off the pedal a little. Nets a backhand. Drumchapel have a 1 point advantage, 9-8. Superb backhand there from Siraj. Victor Guangxi had no answer to that. 9-all. Going to tell down every 6 points. Both players still cold at the moment. Just warming up. Great return. Great rally. And Siraj comes out on top. The opening push from Victor was good. The second one a bit high. Siraj jumped onto it. Somehow Victor got it back. But Siraj has a game point. Backhand long serve. Follows up with a big forehand that catches the top edge of the bat and goes a long way off the table. Deuce. Meanwhile, Doin down the far end has taken the first game 10-8. And a big forehand from Siraj. Has Guangxi on the back foot for another game point. Oh, you got it. Victor up to that one, gives the fist pump, the first one of the day. Back to parity, 11-all. So, mate. Both players taking their time. One she serving. Tight point. Goes the way of the home team. His third game point for Siraj. Can he convert it? My toss serve. Oh, and I think that did just catch the end of the table. Very unlucky there. Siraj did everything right. Good serve. Very tight. Somehow, Wang managed to get round it. Play the big forehand. 12 all. The Gibbon leads 3-2 in the second end, having lost the first to Alexei Dua. Victor in the crouch. Holds the ball very close to his eyes. Siraj on the attack, countered and into the net from Victor Guangxi. First end 14-12. Oh, sorry, 13-12. I'm getting ahead of myself. A fourth game, probably. This time he does convert it. Takes the end 14-12 with a flourish. Good start to the match now for BATTS, who came back and now lead on both tables 1-0. Cheyenne Siraj has won 3 out of 4 of his previous British League senior matches, averaging a percentage of 75%. He was a product of Grantham Table Tennis Academy, doing a wonderful job bringing players through. Players like Isaac Kingham, who I know reasonably well from Suffolk. He's now training at Grantham and will be in action in the Nationals coming up very soon this month. Indeed, Cheyenne is a former national under-21 champion. So good pedigree for him. Born in Leeds and now living in London. And up against the man originally from China, Victor Guangxi. Now living in Sheffield. Plays for Yorkshire in the County Championship. In fact, like the Fusion Veterans team last week, he's champion in both sides. So he holds the County Championship medal as well as a Veterans Senior medal at British League. We're back on the table at London. Pass serve there from Siraj, catches Victor out. Top edge flies up into the far table where it's 6-all. Here we're 1-0 up to BATTS. Fantastic counter hit. Very spinny shot from Victor. No fear though from Siraj, who kills it. Love 2. That was a cagey rally up until the final point. Certainly the home player there, Siraj did well to keep in the rally, but Victor put the winner away down the backhand. 1-2. Siraj keeping it low to the net. Forehand, maybe a little too flat, drifted line. Scores level 2-all. Lines return into the net. Backhand serve coming up. Side spin long. Both players on the attack. Victor goes wide. Both points now won by Siraj. So far all 6 points that have been played have been won by the server. And this time the players are taking the towel break, which they're permitted to do, and maybe at last they're warming up. It is cold in here, but sunshine outside and maybe a bit warmer than it is in Glasgow. Let us know if that's not true. Very cagey pushing rally until Victor opens up in the backhand, goes long 2-5. On table 2, Lexi Doohan makes it 2 ends to nil lead for BATTS. BATTS lead here 1-0. Fantastic flat forehand across the face of Guang. 6-2, and just upping the pace now, Cheyenne. He's looking good. The moment I say that, he goes long and hits himself on the head. Not happy with that. Oh, that's the best shot of the day so far. Hit with meaning, that one from Victor, and look, certainly, the BATTS player did well to get a bat on it. It nearly went on, but huge power from Victor Guang there. Gets one further point back. 4-6. Forehand to forehand. It's Siraj that in the end bails out of it. Crowd coming to life. Good comeback this from Graham. 3 points on the trot. Can he bring the scores level? 5-6. Oh, great return from Guang there. Big hit from Cheyenne, but he gets put right into his pocket. Can't get out of the way. 6-all. Both players tail down. Cheyenne shakes his head. He's got to restart again, having lost the last 4 points. Wow, that's a dispatched short serve from Siraj. Going onto it like a shot. 5 points on the trot. He leads 7-6. He'll be disappointed. He lets out a screech there. Looks at his bat. Can't believe he missed that. Guang comes near the commentary box to collect the ball. Super fit. Plays in the over 40s. Last point for the BATTS player. Will be relieved to end a row of 6 successive points to go home. Still has the advantage of 8-7 and service. Oh, and fantastic rally. Unfortunately, the victim, Siran Guang, goes and pats him on the back as he gets up. Caught out by a net cord. And Victor Guang a little lucky there, shall we say, but a great rally. And now he opens up a 2-point lead for the first time. And he's got the advantage. Whereas Siraj is serving 7-9. Cheap point there for Siraj. Misses his push. 8-0. Doohan finding his way. The ball comes into the court number 1 and Doohan collects it, but he's leading 9-3. Just 2 points away from a 3 sets to 0 win. Again, Guang makes an unforced error trying to get on the offensive too quickly. And we're back to 9-all, and both players toweling down, thinking they've had their chances here. 4-9 down the far end. Gibbon serving. that's 3 unforced errors from the man from Glasgow. He will be disappointed. Siraj has a game point for 2 sets to lovely. And a fantastically backhand flick wide of Guang's forehand. He shakes his head, can't believe having come back from 6-2 down to lead 9-7. He's ended up on the wrong side of an 11-9 defeat, and BATTS have just completed the first match. Alexei Duang winning 3 straight. Here the coach is now in operation. Indeed, McGibbon has come over to try and give some words of advice to Victor. He slaps his teammate Dong Shuo-Han, who's not in action until after the doubles. And both of them now giving words to Victor Guang, who was so close to winning that one. And Siraj now is out, looking the happier of the two, as is the BATTS bench. Joshua Bennett, back from his filming in Japan, the story of Marty Reeson, which we'll all be keen to get free tickets to the launch. So we're now back at the third game. Siraj leading 2-0. Victor Guang to serve. Good footwork from Siraj, but he can't manage to get the second hit down his backhand back. Guang looking for a better start this time. She has got love 2. Siraj is practicing that forehand that he missed. He serves. Another miss push from Guang. That was the story really of the last end in the crucial points. 1-2. And unfortunately, from Guang, he managed to get the net cord back, but only lobbed it back up. Held his station and trying to block the smash for too much for him. We're back to talk. Siraj nets a backhand. 3-2. Good. Siraj goes long with the backhand flick. The BATTS Supremo becoming vocal, encouraging Siraj to go for his shots. Ranked 9 in England. Really has become a top player. Welcome addition to the BATTS team. And missing down the backhand. He missed too many of those in the first game. Fantastic backhand with flick as he was retreating. Siraj puts it down the forehand. The victory has no answer to it. Once again, Siraj a bit fortunate with the net cord. Hopefully it does even itself up, but Victor Guang won't be thinking that at the moment. The net cord goes against him. He really will be feeling he's not getting the rub of the green. 6-4 to Cheyenne Siraj. To make that 7-4 with a 1-2 backhand forehand. Brian got the backhand back, but only just enough high of the net, put away by Siraj. Closing in on victory 7-4. Clever serve caught Guang out. He's now opened a 4-point lead by 2 sets to 0. A win here would give BATTS a 2-0 start. Remember, they're expected to win. Yeah, Siraj hits himself in the head. He should really have got in. The high return from Guang was retrievable. I think Guang now has maybe lost a little focus, going for a difficult backhand. Shakes his head in disapproval. 9-5. Siraj again has no fear of the topspin from Guang. 3 attacking shots brings him 5 match points. Misses the first one. Clever flick from the forehand caught by the man from Sheffield, representing Scotland and Drumchapel. First backhand goes on from Siraj, second doesn't. It's a second match point. Retrieved 7-10. This time the double forehand from Siraj brings success. Ball balloons at the top edge of Victor Guang's bat to 3-0 win for BATTS on both tables. Players go down the opposite ends, and as tradition in table tennis, acknowledge the opponent's coaches with a hand slap. Siraj looks happy with his work, as do his teammates. Drumchapel look a little concerned. Come a long way from this for this match. 2 teams from Scotland in the Senior British League Premier this year. Umpires are consulting each other. Gives me a chance to introduce Lyndon Griffiths on the left, the shorter of the two. Eamon Hall, a local umpire, plays in the Chelmsford League on the right-hand side. Obviously just discussing that controversial moment of the double hit. Siraj stopped playing, thinking that his opponent, Victor Guang, had double hit the ball, but as the umpire explained, that's fine as long as it's all in one motion. It's not as though he stopped and then continued, and therefore the point had to go against Siraj because he'd stopped play. It's always wise to wait for the umpire's call. He wouldn't have got it if he'd have carried on, but may have had a chance of winning the point. Josh Bennett going through his warm-up. Next on, we have the doubles. So it looks apparent that it's going to be Josh and Alexei playing, because Alexei's taking his tracksuit bottoms off, and looks like a fresh shirt for Josh Bennett. We'll get the scoreboard up to date as soon as we can. Be back shortly with commentary. And the Aaron, yeah. Welcome back. The toss has just been made. We have the pairings, as I expected. It's Alexi Dewin and Josh Bennett for the home team for BATTS in the bright yellow and blue shirts with the orange flashes. And then the far end, it's 1 and 2 for Drumchapel Glasgow. Once again, they welcome Victor Guangxi, and this time Aaron McKibbin playing on this table. Both pairs acknowledge they're ready. The usual hand slapping. Drumchapel playing in purple. And I think the scoreboard that you'll see in front of you gives the colour for each team. Doing to serve first to McKibbin. We're away. Pushed into the net by McKibbin. Wow, 3 fantastic backhands from consecutive shots, but it's McKibbin's that wins the point. Victor joining the party, but this time he's backhand going into the net. It's all on the end. Well, Victor pulled out of the forehand and he did the right thing, spun it back. Big shot from doing, but McKibbin flat hits it. No chance for the opponent. Bennett serving. I think that was a let. Umpires didn't see it, but players agree. McKibbin playing well here, but one backhand from his teammate Guang goes long. The 2 Drumchapel players congratulate themselves. McKibbin, despite the name, is not from Scotland. I think one of his parents, he was born in Wandsworth. Let's serve again. Doing on the front foot this time with a nice backhand. 3-4. Bennett shapes to go big down the backhand and then flicks to the forehand. No chance. Drumchapel players 5-3. High pull toss from Dewin. McKibbin pushes long. He's disappointed. This time the inside out forehand from Guangxi brings success. He jogs round off the court to pick his towel up. 4-6. McKibbin indicates the serve to his teammate under the table. However, they lose the point. Drumchapel serves. Huge backhand from Victor. Another huge backhand from his teammate. 2 superb shots brings the point to the favour of the Drumchapel team. 7-5. But BATTS have the advantage of serving. It's Josh Bennett. His opponents taking their time. Toweling down. Big point, this one, you think? Oh, well played, Drumchapel. It looked as though they were in the defence in the end in that rally. Bennett missed the forehand.
Good return from Bennett this time, wins home team the point, 6-8. Victor Guang will be looking to get both of these points. Ooh, that one couldn't make up its mind whether it was going to go over the net or not. It bounced along and hit the net post and came back. Victor's got the first of his two serves under his belt. A let serve being called by one of the umpires. That's enough. And McGibbon, just a straightforward push into the net. Chastises himself. 9-7. Doing serving. High ball toss. Bennett bends his back, but not enough. Goes into the net. 9-8. Tight finish to this set. Both players in conversation. Cliff Carter giving instructions from the side. Doing it is to serve. 9-8. Bennett nets. We're back to parity where we started. 9-all. Bennett again nets on the backhand. Given signals the serve. Given thought he's got that, but it's gone into the net. 10-all. Bennett's ended that run of backhand into the net shots. He's now serving. This time his colleague calls the serve. Didn't work. Fantastic forehand from Victor Guang. Gives them another game point. Wow, that's the first wow of the day from Victor Guangxi, and that forehand was enough to win the point and the game 12-10. Bats have something to think about. He led most of that game and looked to be in control, but as is needed by the Scottish team, they needed that. And when they need to win the doubles, doubles is not always an easy match to predict. It's how the two work together more than the two rankings, and certainly the pair in the purple look to be in the happier of the two, put it that way. Doan is telling Josh what's needed. Josh toweling down. Bats will be looking to consolidate in the top three, where they've been most of the season. Still got to go down to Brighton. One remembers the trip down last year unsuccessfully, with all to play for, and Brighton took the honours. Sorry about the squeaky door, if you can hear that. No, it's not one of my joints, although it probably would be. Having not moved for an hour, probably need to do a few stretches, but intriguing game going on. BATTS club based in Harlow in Essex, just off the M25. And two of the Drumchapel players live in London, so not too far for them to travel. McKibbin lives in Epsom, and the player that we haven't seen yet in King's Cross, that's Dong Shu Han. Good start for BATTS. We're playing a bit of football here in the commentary box. I don't think my assistant would get in the West Ham team, but you never know. Thanks, Carl. 1 all. Lovely forehand, textbook forehand there. Loop drive from Josh Bennett. Return goes long, doing serving. DeGuan. Good return there, good length of foot. Alexi doing off as he misses a forehand there. FA Cup matches today taking place. Crystal Palace winning 3-1 over Millwall. The London Derby. And here, Victor Guine nets his serve disappointingly. Expansive backhand flip goes long off the top edge there from Doohan. Doohan lives in Paris. He's flown in for today's game, but I gather he'll be doing a bit of sightseeing in London tomorrow with his girlfriend before returning back to Paris. That service from Bennett. Another net. Can he do 3 on the trot? As my old colleague used to say, you could win a goldfish if you do. He doesn't. Doohan puts the ball away. Lovely flick from McGibbon. Really arched his back, bent his wrist, flicked it back at low serve. No chance for his opponents. 4 all. Nice little flick from Bennett. He was in trouble, but he went through with the shot, placed it now. So it's not all about power. Position and placement equally important, particularly in doubles. Doohan going back, the problem there, misses that backhand. Instead of going in, he was caught going back, and it went off the end. 5 all. Bennett nets. Doohan giving the instructions. Wow, that's the best shot of the day, I think. Bennett opened up with a superb backhand flip that was returned equally well by McKibben, but then hammered away by Doohan. That's how you work in pairs. Bennett with the opener. Followed up by Doohan with the winner. Doohan nets and shouts aloud, annoyed with himself. Wipes the bottom of his feet. Always players blame me for the thing that isn't necessarily at fault. Going serves 7-6. Doohan misses a big forehand this time. He needs to just settle himself. Gift Guarder calling the shots from the sideline. Good shot from Doohan. Drumchapel now in command of this game. And it needs this point on the serve, 6-9. Doohan nets. It's certainly not been a good end. Both of the BATTS players are shaking their head. 4 game points to the men from Scotland. And there goes the first one. Drumchapel win it 11-6. Apologies if we hear the squeaky door. This time it was club manager Neil Briley going out. I think we need to request some oil on the door. It's been like that for a long time, disturbing my commentary, and I think given the choice that it's better to hear what I'm saying than a squeaky door. Not by much maybe, but yep, Neil Briley runs the club, done a fantastic job. This morning he had coaches down here, Chris Duran and also Ralph Patterson, taking on some of the Essex youngsters who were pretty successful last week in the Cadet County Championship. Essex finished second to Cambridgeshire, who were worthy winners, but Essex champions on the previous occasion had to settle for runners-up, and we've got Arav Parahar, one of the team here, who's been not only coached by Ralph and the big man, he's now also knocking with the Frenchman Alexis Douin, so great experience for him. He played really well at the weekend, winning 13 out of 14. He's watching on, great experience. People to see these players, top players in the country. That's trail 2-0 here in the doubles. Off to a positive start. One gets the impression they've come out here now and they're pretty motivated. It looks like they're going to play more aggressively, take the game to the Glasgow team. Not on this occasion though. Great inside-out forehand signature shot from Victor Guang. He looks happy. Bennett misses a forehand. Disappointed with that. Straightforward shot, one off the end. Bennett gets that one. Great defence from Douin, and Bennett then from the back of the table puts the ball away. Needed that point. Top spin there from Bennett, taking the reply or the return from Guang at the end. Towel down time, 4-2 to BATTS. Drumchapel server. Once again, that superb forehand, not read by his opponent. Can't tell which direction he's going to hit it to the last moment. I think if in doubt, I see him down the back end. Giving serves. Not returned by Bennett. 4-all. A decent crowd here now. And flips a backhand winner. Douin bending his back this time to get the point. 6-4 lead for the home team. Guang serving. Slightly fortuitous forehand. It was brave from Douin, but it caught the edge. And nonetheless, they get the point for it. So, 3-point gap open up. Guang serving. Great 1-2 again from the two BATTS boys. Douin opening up the table and Bennett doing the rest with his back. 8-4 their lead. Another point for the home team. 9-4. They're in slightly out of position for such a big shot. Goes astray and at this point for a while from the Drumchapel pair. Gibbon serves. Replay from Bennett into the net. Still struggling, Bennett, for consistency. Remember, he didn't play in the singles. Maybe a slight disadvantage where his opponents are both warm. Trademark backhand again. Sorry, forehand that goes into the backhand. Batts pair must be prepared for that. Still got the advantage, serving at 9-7. Trailing by 1-0. Oh, great placement from Bennett. He was coming from the back of the court, but flicked the backhand into the vacant area to win the point. 3 game points. Victor Brown caught the top of the net with his push, which no doubt put Alexei doing off. He carried on with the big backhand, but not even close to going on. Eight, 10. Superb backhand flick from Joan. Gives him the game point. Levels the, sorry, not levels, it's 2-1 still to Drumchapel, but it brings the Batts pairing him back into the game. Doubles is still an enjoyable part of table tennis. Some of the local leagues have, after COVID, have dropped it from the local league matches, which is a shame, but it is time consuming, and playing 10 games in one night can lead to late finishes, particularly if you've got youngsters on the team. It's still a bone of contention with most local leagues as to how matches can be finished earlier at a reasonable time. Here we're not under that sort of pressure. We play on 2 tables, which obviously halves match time, but the doubles is played on its own. Both umpires involved. Some long discussions going on in the Batts camp. Drumchapel pairing are out, ready to start. Neil, have you got any WD-40 for the door? The spectators are complaining. You've probably heard my comments there. I don't know if they'll fall on deaf ears. I dare say they will. Anyway, enough of that. Love all. 2-1 to Drumchapel. Bennett flicks the ball long. There's players jumping up and down. McKinnon serving to do it. Lovely springy ball from Graham. Bennett fails to make a connection. Ball dipped on him due to the topspin. Love 2, Batts serving. Graham goes long with a straightforward push. He'll be disappointed. Another good serve from Doing. One of those ones that you're not sure is going to bounce and come off the end of the table. It did just about, but not enough for Graham to swing his bat, and in fact he caught the table with his bat trying to do it. Not happy with that. Got one of these new octagonal bats. Meant to have a bigger sweet spot. Still checking his bat. Nice short return from Bennett in the Gibbon nets. Batts coming back into the match, winning that last end. Now leading 4-2. We could be going to a 5th and final end. The home crowd will want it. Bennett serving. Fantastic winner there from doing. Just give him a little opener and he's in like a flash. And it serves catches the top of the net. That one. And a wild flick this time from McGibbon. Goes long. 2-6. Derwin will be disappointed that Bennett didn't get that back. He played a lovely fading backhand. Nevertheless, his opponents get the point. 3-6. A little bit of consternation there. Disagreement whether it was a let or not, but BATTS players happy to play a let. Umpires didn't pick up on it. BATTS pair working well there, lovely little drop shot from Dylan. Comes back high and Bennett finishes it. Graham hits into the net, hits the top of the net, goes long. 8-3. And Derwin misses an easy backhand. Cheap point from McGibbon there. 4-8. Any cricket fans? Unfortunately, England have lost their third consecutive match in the ICC Trophy by 7 wickets to South Africa, and are very much out of the competition and no longer have a captain after Jos Buttler's retirement. Here we have Victor serving. 4-8. McGibbon misses a backhand. Shoots off the edge and disappears into the crowd. That's closing in on this game. 9-5. Good spin brings the ball off the end of the table for the Harlow pairing. 5 game points. Lovely floated backhand. Top spin from Bennett. Goes long from the opponent. 11-5 and we're level at 2-all. And I'm getting cold. Shirt sleeve order, well, I think I'm going to have to go back to the coat I wore at the presentation. Even though it's the 1st of March, no real signs of spring. Hoping that we might get a coffee delivered as opposed to the Coca-Colas that we normally do. Umpires, one in short sleeves, the other in a coat. I'll be back after I put mine on. This calls time. Eamon deciding to stand as the second umpire so he can see whether the ball does go the wrong side of the centre line. Dylan, there's a round shot there. Give his team a 1-0 lead. Leading for the first time in the match. Let's serve. Another net set, quite a few of those. Now the question is, Was it a third? Don't think it was, but it had been complained of giving it the benefit of the doubt. This one isn't. Doing misses a backhand. One each. And you have to play on, even if you think the ball touches the net. It's ultimately the umpire's decision. Most players are happy to go with their opponent's opinion. Table tennis played pretty much in a good spirit. Much different to football. Bennett fortunate there to get a net and the ball still go on from his attacking shot, 2 each. Bennett goes wide down the backhand. Victor Guang holds his head, still holding his forehead, disappointed that he's missed another backhand. He got the bat to it. Nevertheless, it went into the net. 3-2 to the home team. Nice serve that comes up a little bit high and Bennett finishes it. Towel downs at 4-2 to Batts. Remember that Drumchapel are trailing by 2 matches to 0. Desperately need this one, especially as the dominator from the start led 2-0. Let Batts into it. And Bennett very lucky there to get the net. The reply from Guang, something I do a lot, is let go of your bat and hope it knocks the ball over. Does happen occasionally, but of course the bat has to be in contact with the hand for the point to count. 5-2 Batts at the change of ends. Might be an interesting serve here. Doing playing a chop block on the move, misses. 5-3. Doing has a bright green rubber on his backhand. Something you're allowed to do now. And he gets the top of the net. Apologises, but he's had a bit of a rub of the green in the last couple of ends. 6-3. Yep, high ball toss. Ball not quite as low as he'd hoped and flicked away by Guang. Spin there from a lovely backhand flip from Bennett, taking the Gibbons reply off the end of the table. Doing there, really arching his back, opening up his shoulders, putting away a forehand winner. That's a pair, slowly getting there now, 8-4. Drumchapel players talking to each other. What do we do? Doing misses the backhand, there's 1 point back, 5-8. Well, it was a good long attacking shot from Drumchapel, but Tipton was up to it and returned it just as long. Winning the point, 2 points away now from a 3-0 lead in this match. What have the Drumchapel players got left? One final effort. Oh, and there we go. That was a terrific return from Victor Guang, considering the forehand from Bennett caught the top of the net and went on. Adjusted just in time to win the point. McKibben serves. Short. Doing can only just get it back high. Once again, Guang goes down Bennett's backhand. 2 points back, 9-7. Wang misreads the serve. Went for the big shot. Wasn't really there and hits the net and goes normal. 3 match points. He only needs that another good serve. That's a feature of Duan's serving, is the second bounce. Is it going to go on? Is it going to go long? Players, leave it at your peril. By the time you realise it's going off the end of the table, it's too late. The Bats boys win it 3-2. A good comeback from 2-0 down, lead 3-0. Talking of comebacks, Drumchapel will need something special now. They'll have to win all 4 remaining games to win the match. Something the form book doesn't suggest. Certainly, the previous meeting was 6-1. It's 3-0 now to Bats. And back to the singles, where we'll be featuring 2 matches, and we'll be back shortly with the commentary. Welcome back to the BATTS Table Tennis Club at Harlow. Two players are knocking up on table one. On your left-hand side of screen, Victor Guangxi, making his third consecutive appearance on the show table. His opponent will be Alexei Duan, so we've got both number ones in action playing each other. Should be a cracker, this one. Alexei Duan has won his first singles and the doubles, so he's in cracking form, not having lost a match in SBL so far this season, but then has only played, I think, a couple of matches. Down the far end, we're just about to get underway. First singles appearances for Drumchapel and Josh Bennett. Drumchapel, originally from China, lives in King's Cross now. I think this may be his debut for Drumchapel. Certainly hasn't played this season. 1-1 down there. We're about to get underway here on table one. Remember, BATTS lead by 3-0. So if Drumchapel are to win the match, they've got to take all four of the remaining games, which is, I would think, a very, very tough proposition. Victor serving, lovely. Joining action with a quick forehand that may have just caught the end of the table. He certainly apologised, but a good shot nonetheless. Doing favouring the backhand, running round and putting the ball away. 2-0, 3-2 to Bennett down the far end. Doing the high ball toss, the return catches the net from Guang, giving him the point. This one catches the net, it goes long, and of course it does go on, it can be very off-putting to the opponent, difficult to gauge the speed and spin once it's hit the net corner. Wow, that was a most dismissive backhand from the Chinese player. Absolutely wiped that one with disdain. A shot of the day. 3. Well, there's a quick response from Duan, making his own personal best shot of the day. Picking the ball up on the forehand and dispatching it down the forehand of Guang, who didn't move. 4-2. Backhand not so successful for Guang, going for an impossible slap, really. Needed some topspin, didn't bar any. Loses the point, 5-2. Nice push though, this time from Guang. Catches Duan out on the forehand. 3-5 here, 4-8. BATTS leading both games. Duan's open up there. Smashed back by Guang. He's been much more aggressive so far in this match, having lost his first 2. Exchange of forehands, and Guang is who links first. Heavy applause from the crowd. 6-4. And serve short. Oh, and that's hit the screen. Sorry, Alex. I have been provided with a soundproof screen, but it was a safety shield this time. Saved the ball hitting me. 6-5 doing one of those big backhands from Guang that probably goes on about 1 in 3 or 4. He certainly missed the last 2. 5-7, both players toweling down. So Burnley have conceded goals for the first time in about 10 matches out of the FA Cup. 3-0 to Preston. Meantime, Brian dumps the ball into the bottom of the net again. Maybe just losing a little of his focus. Bennett misses, catches the top of the net. Thought it might have caught the edge, but it didn't. Dylan serves 8-6. Clever serve down the forehand of Brown, who doesn't make a very good contact with the ball, and Dylan puts it away. 9-6. Another superb serve from Dylan. Brings the ball up high from Guang, and he puts the ball away in the backhand. 4 game points for the home team. 6-10. Only one needed. You get the impression there, perhaps, that Victor Guang, a little downhearted following the 2 defeats. Played well at the start of the game, but faded badly at the end to lose it 11-6. And BATTS lead both of this third round of matches by a set to 0. In discussion with one of his teammates, but not so much tactically. Whereas at the other end, the 2 Drumchapel players trying to find a way past Duan. Such a good player. Plays in the Netherlands and Germany, as well as obviously in France, his home country, and now in England. So much travelled, highly experienced player for his age. Just 27, ranked 130 in France. Now, you might not think that's too high, but the standard over there far in excess of England, I'm afraid, especially the training facilities. And making the most of it, showing just why and what he can do. Light green back covering. He's in position. Victor Guang walking back to the mark. Probably thinking, if I don't win this, the match will be gone. Duan opens with a superb backhand flick. Fast serve down the forehand. Guang gets it back and ended up winning the point. Well played. On each. 6-3 to BATTS at the far end. 3-0 the match score. Duan nets that one, and Victor goes ahead 2-1. Lovely shot. Going, spraying the ball from the centre wide to the forehand of Duan, who can't get near it. Caught the Frenchman by surprise. 1-3. And a serve into the net. Brings a shake of the head down the far end. 9-3 to Bennett. Already leads 1-0. Make that 10-3. Very spinny serve, catches the top of the net. Guang will be relieved that didn't go on. Oh, Guang hit the ball so hard he threw himself off his feet, literally. All to no avail as the ball went long. I think he is getting a little frustrated. And plays that inside out backhand. It's the first time we've seen it in this game. It's been so successful for him earlier. Maybe he's not quite had the opportunity, but that's his favourite shot. brings him a 5-2 lead. And Doing shouting out in French. Now trails by 4 points. Doing misses an expansive backhand. Trailing now 7-2. Stone Brown has the lap. Gets to the top of the net. 8-2. This was unexpected, I must say. Brian has no timing on that forehand. Very highly spun ball by Doing. I was thinking maybe he's tanking this hand, giving it to his opposition, but not by the looks of that shot. He looks to the heavens there, Doing, as he misses another one though, and I would think the set is virtually gone now. 9-3 Victor going. Down the far end, Bats lead 2-0. Josh Bennett 2-1 up against Dong Shou Han. One of these, remember, will bring victory in the match for Bats. Victor Han misses that backhand. 4-9. Doing serve short and backhand and misses the forehand. Lackluster performance in this end, it must be said. Playing the lucky recipient, Doing will have to get his game head on again for the next end. 10-4 here, 6 game points. 3 all down the far end. And Doing again holds his head as he misses that forehand. Grimacing as he comes off to be met by his teammates. 1-1 here. Bennett 4-all. Further afield in Essex today, it's the Colchester Close Championships being run over 2 weekends. Today is the divisional singles and veterans events. Tomorrow will be the men's event. James Denyer, favourite to win that one. And the juniors will be the following Saturday, followed by the finals night at the Rowhedge Club if anyone wants to go along. Finals will start at 6 p.m. That's in not this weekend, but next weekend. Rick James has already won the over 50s today, and Charlie Fulcher the over 60s. Back here, Josh Bennett leading 7-5 and 2-0 up. That match win, if he does get it, would seal the team win. But Duan has some work to do here, 1-1. Just lost his consistency in that second end, and Guang was quick to pick up on it. He'll be serving third end, and it's level. Doing nets. Backhand exchange won by Doing. He'll be relieved. He needs to find his touch. Brian goes long. A couple of good forehands from doing. Jumping coming down on the spot, trying to drum up some adrenaline. Let's serve. Lovely touch on the backhand from Guang. First one was a block, the next two with topspin. And he out-rallied doing there, going long. Just struggling a little at the moment. And Bennett let point down at 9-8. 9-all now. That was a fantastic rally. Sorry, I was taking my eye off the ball. Brown leading 3-2 here. Brown serve short. Doing net. Next to the skies, towels down. Blows, puffs his cheeks even. He's got a fight on here. Well played, Victor Guang. Remember, he's a veteran champion. That's over 40, so quite a big age gap. Both players very fit. Bennett has a match point, which he takes at the far end. 4-0 to Batts. The match now, in effect, has gone to Batts. Won't stop Guang getting the net, winning the point. Bennett looks satisfied with that 3-0 win. Fantastic backhand from Guang. That's the hardest backhand hit I've seen for a while. Just needs to make sure he picks the right ball. When it is, he puts the ball away. It was high enough this time. The previous two went into the net. Very flat. He leads 6-2, one each in games. Bennett this time, the recipient of a bit of luck from the top of the net, makes Guang hit the ball long. 6-3. Duran this time finding consistency, moving his opponent round until finally a wide backhand flick to Guang's forehand brings in the point. 4-6. Another big backhand from Duran. 5-6. Finding his touch at last. Unbeaten so far this season. So short. Great steer from Victor Guang. Steered the ball down the forehand there very cleverly. Duran unable to return it. 7-5 now to the team from Glasgow. Match interviews will be conducted by the team Supremo at the end, Cliff Carter. Brian misses a forehand and just sometimes picks the wrong ball to slap. And once again he misses on that forehand. Smiling, but a wide grin to himself. 7-all. Still smiling, Guang. Nice return there from Guang, though. Very short. Caught Duran out. He nets his return. 7-8. Will he go for the long fast serve this time? He switches from forehand to backhand. No, serve short. Manages to get the point with a little dink over the net. Guang shakes his head open. Looks at his teammates. for support. This time we get an acknowledgement from Graham that he's won the point. 9-8. Sure. 2 backhand flips from doing secures the point. We're back level again at 9-all as he tails down. And Graham comes running down past the table. Doing gets the right slice of luck at the right time. Expansive backhand from Graham. That's the story of his day. Shot selection not good on that one. Not at that stage. Had to keep the ball on the table and he failed. A narrow 11-9 win for Alexei Duin. Gives him a 2-1 advantage. BATTS lead 4-0 currently. Umpire searching for the ball. I'm about to call time, but slightly forlorn look on Victor Guang. She's face swinging, his arms looks tired. Can he bring something to the table to avoid his team going 5-0 down? Alexei Duin leading 2-1. He's serving. Good start from Guang. I think he didn't get it back. No, too late to Guang. Gets the benefit of the net cord from a short push. That was hit very hard, but missed the table. Once again from Graham. Low margin of error on that hit. Doing back at 2-2 with another fish drive from the backhand. Superb forehand this time brings in the point. It's very flat. Victor tries to do the same, but once again that forehand goes long. Doesn't look as though he's got much left in the tank to me. Just as I say that, plays a superb inside-out forehand doing. Hits himself on the head, knowing about that shot, but couldn't do anything about it. 3-4. Bennett came, sorry, not Bennett. Alexi Doan gets the advantage. Whenever Annette Hoyland puts the ball away. Doan's lost a bit of focus here. 5-all. Talks to himself in French. Cherchez vite. Wow, I couldn't keep up with that rally. That's the fastest rally of the day. Almost as though he took it before it bounced. Great shot doing. 6-5. And another beautiful backhand flick. Right in the corner. The forehand side. Gives Graham no chance. Trials now. 7-5 goes for a tail down. Wipes his bat. Doing the backhand flip. Too quick for Graham. 8-5. Let's serve him, right. Once again, Graham misses that forehand. No room for error, and missed so many in this game now. This time he picks the right one as he goes down the backhand. That's where he's got the success he's had today, is down the backhand. Both of Siraj and Alexi. Keeping warming up, doing some stretching exercises. Always worrying when you're losing and you see a teammate warming up, suggesting he doesn't think you can win. And he'd be right if that's the case, because he just needs one game point for Alexi Doan to keep that 100% record, winning here 11-6 in the fourth end. Acknowledges the generous applause from the crowd. His day is done. BATTS now lead 5-0. Celebration time, smiles all round. Just one round of matches left to go. They will feature Bennett and Siraj. And the question will be, can they make it 7 out of 7? Back in action, and Josh Bennett serving to Aaron McGibbon. He opens up with the first point of the game. Over on the far side, we've got young Dong Shu-han, just 23 years of age, against Cheyenne Siraj. BATTS start as favourites in both of these games, but this one will be the more fascinating. McGibbon has played well today without any success. Bennett won his first game, but we don't know the strength of McGibbon. This is his first time on this table and in the singles, and he finds himself 4-0 down. Bennett, he's really bouncing. He's 5-0 up, and I think he's looking for an early finish. And this comes from a table tennis dynasty. Both his parents play table tennis. His brother Josh, of course, his brother Jack plays for BATTS. Played in the Premier last season occasionally, and had all his matches in the Championship this year. Playing well, by all good reports. At last, McGibbon wins a point with a nice backhand rally. Bennett nets 6-2. Wild backhand from Josh Bennett. Way off the table. He's got to make sure he keeps his focus now. 6-3. Can't get that one back either. So, from winning 6 successive points, Bennett's lost 4 on the trot. And McGibbon has the service. He'll be looking to get both of these points. High ball toss. Cushion blocking from McGibbon, but probably the 5th block he played of the rally went long. 4-7. Bennett 3-2 down. Bennett 8-4 up. Siraj 3-2 down. Bennett goes deep into the backhand of McGibbon, can't return. .30 places separate these two players in the rankings. Netted there by McGibbon. Poor way to concede 11-4 to Bennett. He's in a hurry.
Do you remember who served first? I was in the toilet.
Looking round, it's gone a bit quiet, a bit flat. The result already known here, that 2 points going to BATTS. It's just a question of whether they can complete the clean sweep. Leading 5-0, 2 more would give them 7. Bennett and Dewitt clap hands. McGibbon already back at the table. Tight match going on down the far end. 5-6 in BATTS' favour. No 6-all. McGibbon's backhand goes long. Bennett takes it nicely on the half volley. 2-0 lead. Bennett has a problem with his eye at the minute. Not sure he wears contacts, but there's a slight delay of game while he wipes, blinks, and looks okay now, ready to resume. A big rally going on down the far end. High returns, but Raj loses the point in the end. 3-1 here to Bennett. Bennett's forehand goes long. 2-3. Nicely put away by McGibbon. Takes the opportunity to tail down. 3-all here. 10-7 to BATTS down the far end. Cheyenne Siraj will have 3 game points for his first set, which he takes. 1-0 to BATTS in both of his last games. Bennett talking to himself, jigging himself up, serves backhand short. Great rally and great point. Bennett there showing such agility. Another forehand that finds the right in the corner of the forehand of McGibbon, who goes long. 3-6, I should say. Service score always comes first. McGibbon nets. Siraj leads down the far end. Bennett can't get through McGibbon. Just as McGibbon gets back into the rally, he hits long. Brings the applause of the crowd. Siraj winning a big point from the back of the court. Product of the University of Nottingham. Producing some great players in the Midlands. Great rally. Given on the attack. Plays a drop shot. Brilliant. That draws the applause. That's, for me, the best point of the day. Bennett has a dry smile on his face. He was made to go deep into the back of the court in a drop shot. Great touch from McGibbon, wins the point, 5-8. Drop shot, not an easy shot to play. He's won that point as well. Gets within 2 of Bennett, who's serving. 8-6. Great spin from McGibbon. So spinny at times. Backhand block from McGibbon though, much to his annoyance, goes long. Siraj 5-1 up at the far end. Bennett 9-7 up. Nice little backhand flex, got it going nicely now, Bennett. Lovely touch on that backhand. Good player to watch. Lovely block this time to bring in the game. 11-7, a 2-0 lead. Siraj has opened up a 4-point lead with 2 big forehands. 6-2 and 1-0, so we're heading here for a whitewash. 5-0 currently 2 games in action, both going the way of Bats. It could be an early finish. If so, I might be making my way down to the Colchester Championships. That's my local league. Several veterans finals going on there today. Tomorrow the men's. And here, Bats winning all before them. What a great shot. Again, brings applause from everyone, including me, down the far end from the retrieval to the backhand attack. Drumchapel have no answer at the moment. Siraj about to go 2-0 up, I think. Bennett already 2-0 up. Nice little open up by McGibbon on the backhand, and it's hit long by Bennett. Siraj playing a wild backhand down the far end. I think it's all about Bennett's backhand this match. Bennett wins that. 9-3 down the far end to Bats. Bennett smothers the spin. Adds pace to the ball to win. It's another point under his belt, another point closer to another unbeaten performance. Working on the backhand of McGibbon. 3 times it took him, but he got there in the end. McGibbon looks forlorn, scratches his chin. Doesn't quite know what to do anymore. Bennett on the attack, chopped this time from McGibbon. Sign of a bit of a scrambled brain, I think, at the back end of the table. There's some high lobbing going on. He's almost out of the court there, Siraj. Still not won that end. It's now 9-6. Here it's 1-5. Nice forehand this time, open up from McGibbon. No real expression on his face. Oh, Bennett gets the rub of the green this time with his second big forehand. Catches the net, drops low and disappears over the back of the table. 6-2. He leads 2-0. Closing up at the far end, 8-9 now, but still Bats lead. Another net from Bennett, who uses the advantage of a high return from McGibbon. 7-2. Nine all at the far end. Good comeback there. What a rally this one is. That's fantastic. McGibbon can't believe how he did win that point. Bennett looks on nonchalantly and as if to say he does it all the time. Just another point for him. Terrific rally. Another point goes quickly this time, 2-9. And I think McGibbon will say he's had none of the luck in this game. He now faces 8 match points. First one he gets easily. Bennett serves into the net. 10-3. What a shot from Siraj. They're serving up a treat down the far end. 10-all now going there. Can Bennett finish this one with a flourish? Rolling it down the backhand of McGibbon is enough. But the third one went through his defence. 11-4 the final score in that third end. Players shake hands, acknowledge each other. We're left with just one match on the go, and what a match it is. Siraj now has turned it round to lead 11-10 from 10-9 down. And Siraj kills that point, kills the game. 2-0, one set away now from becoming unbeaten player for the second time and also winning the match 7-0. Neil Briley's out on the court. Turns the score over to show 6-0 to the cameras. He'll be delighted with that. In action down the far end, it's Cheyenne's around serving 2-0 up. It's been a great match, this one, and he's already won the first point with a bit of luck. But I'm joined by an Essex cadet medalist from last weekend. Plays his table tennis at Woodford Wells, Arav Parihar. He won 13 out of 14 last week, the Essex player of the weekend. A warm welcome, Arav. Are you enjoying yourself today?
Yeah, it's been a very good match. Good games.
Do you prefer playing or watching?
Playing.
I hoped you'd say that. Playing a lot of table tennis at the moment. He'll be looking forward to the Nationals. Great winner there, this time from the Drumchapel player, Dong Shou Han. He trails 1-2. When are you in action in the Nationals and what age level?
So Nationals is in a week, so next Saturday and Sunday, doing under 15s and under 17s. And yeah, they're good players, so it's going to be a tough tournament.
I think you're a top player, Arav. Are you seeded and do you have your own group?
No, I'm not seeded. No,
Wow.
no.
Have you seen the draw?
I'm 10th. Yeah, I'm in the 6th group. So group 6. So Ryan Holland is in my group.
Yep.
So I should win my group.
He may be listening and he might not like that comment, Arav. He may think you're a bit too confident. Hopefully, yes, from an Essex point of view, I'd love you to win it. We both were at Wednesbury last weekend at the County Championship Premier. Arav was a member of the winning team the previous season, so he's got medals on both occasions. And but without his good friend Adam Alabai, had he have played, do you think we'd have won?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Also Harrison Hill?
Yeah, also.
His dad's probably listening in, so be careful what you say, Arav. What do you think of Harrison?
He's good, very good, amazing player.
That's better, I think. Jeremy will be flattered by that. He chose to go to Sweden. He's another player from the Grantham Academy, just like Cheyenne at the far end. And we have your father has arrived now, Arav. But you can't go yet. You're on commentary. In fact, do you want to commentate on the next couple of points?
Sure.
Normally, I wait till the point's finished and then give a description of how and why it was won.
Okay. It's a good point there. High toss serve, and it's gone defensive, but it was a good point. But yeah, that's the point. See what he does. Yep, good serve. Nice and low, so it's hard for the opponent to flick.
Are you learning from watching today?
I am. It's very good learning.
This is another great rally by the looks of things. Oh no! How do you describe that, Arav?
He set himself up with a long serve. He got a big winner in, and then Jan got a bit lucky there.
Killed by the net, I think.
Yeah.
Closing in on victory now, 8-3 up.
Yep. It's getting close.
Trio serving. Oh, another of these rallies coming up. Trying in defence. This time he can't do it. No luck this time.
Yeah, no luck this time. Yeah, he's a good defender.
Are you playing doubles in the Nationals at all, by the way?
Yes, with Sinan.
Oh.
Do you know Sinan?
Well, he plays for Middlesex, our rivals Middlesex. So, and especially as he beat Dimitrov. Yeah, great player, Sinan. I'm only joking. That's much improved and another product of your Woodford Wells club. Your coach, Zoltan. Yeah. And Ara's father has just arrived. To hear him live on air, I think he'll be wanting to be paid for this commentary. There's only 1 point left. I think the microphone may be dying. I'm going to leave Arab to describe the last point. Well, hopefully from a BATTS point of view.
Closing in on the last point. What he served. He serves. Dumps a fish in the net.
Poor push. Poor push. You wouldn't have done that, would you, Arab?
No, I wouldn't have.
Never. Like a lecture.
He's going for exhibition.
Yes, and then chopping his first chop of the mat. Knocks himself on the head. Needs to refocus. Showboating, is that what you call it?
Yeah, showboating. Oh, nice shot.
Enough to win the match. 7-0 to BATTS. This is the first time we've seen Arav, one of our young superstars of the future. Very nice to see you, Arav.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck with the coaching. And who's going to win the cadets then? The national cadets?
Me.
Well, that's a super. Unseeded, and he thinks he's going to win it. But thanks for your time, Arav. I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself, and look forward to looking at your results next week. And here we know the result.
Probably be actually Abraham, if I'm being honest. Probably Abraham.
I'm going to tell your colleague Adam Alibi that you don't think he's going to win.
He can definitely win if he plays well, but yeah.
What about Dimitrov? Dimitrov? Who's the noisiest, Dimitar or Sinan?
Oh, Dimitar.
Those two are the noisiest if you were at Wednesbury last weekend. But great players, and we had a great weekend. And another good day today. We'll do the match interviews in a moment. Cliff Carter will be in charge. But here from Harlow, the result, BATTS 7, Drumchapel, Glasgow 0.
Three or just one?
Well, I think all three would be best.
Quickly.
Yeah, I think that was the best match of the day, that one, wasn't it? Unfortunately, you're at the far end, but it was great rallies there. The worst one was the net. No, the one that you won, it just hit the net and went over, didn't it? We are live, by the way. Yeah, we are live, so we've got a happy BATTS team, and I'll hand you over to Cliff Carter for the after-match interviews.
Thank you. So, yeah, a nice 7-0 win there. That was 6-1 against Fusion a couple of weeks ago, 7-0 today against Drumchapel, keeping us in the running. Alexei, your first home match of the season, and yet again, managing to win 2 in the doubles. So you've played for us for 2 years, and you've not lost a match. Is it because you pick the teams that are closer to the bottom of the table, or because you're a very good player?
That's a tricky question. I mean, yeah, 2 years I'm playing for the club, and I'm happy playing for the club. Even if before the interview you forget that it was 2 years. Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of me because 2 years I don't lost one match, so it's quite good. I mean, there's the next match I will play normally will be a good test for me.
Don't say who it is.
No, I don't say. I say nothing, but it will be a good test to see if I will finish unbeaten or not for the year. I hope so.
But if
and
all the tough matches, isn't it? Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Okay, well, if you don't win all your matches in the next one, you won't be playing next season. But well done today.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Bienvenue.
bienvenue or
I have to
au
say-
revoir.
Yeah, every time you put me pressure. If I don't win my matches, I cannot come back. That's why.
That's why
I
you're
have to
so
win.
good.
Yeah.
And Josh, back at the club again, and fresh from your big long flight to Japan. How do you feel you played today? Obviously, you always contribute well to the team, and yeah, always. How do you feel you did today?
Good, thank you. Morning started off really nicely. I gave these two a quick whipping, didn't I, in the warm up? And then came on and was a bit shaky in the doubles. I had Frenchy ear in my ear saying, "Oh, I've won 100% of my doubles matches this season. Better not lose it." He was chewing my ear off, but no, I played well in the singles. I was happy. So yeah, it was all good. Thank you.
And then last and least, oh sorry, by no means least, Cheyenne, back at the club again, second week on the trot, and also unbeaten at home. How do you feel you performed today?
Yeah, I think it was a good day for the team. I think I played okay. It was some awkward matches, but I think we all played as our level is, kind of, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so my final word, congratulations guys. A nice win, keeps us high up on the table, and hopefully our next match away to Brighton we can deliver the goods again. But allez la vache. But thank you guys and well played.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cliff.
Done.
I think that finishes the procedure here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. It's farewell and au revoir from BATTS.